the start. Maybe when you broke my heart, that I had to come again and show you that I'd win. You lied to me. All those times I said that I love you, you lied to me. Yes, I tried. Yes, I tried. You lied to me. Even though you knew I'd die for you, you lied to me. Yes, I cried. Yes, I cried. Return after me. Return after me. Come on. Return after me. Oh my God. You know that I give it. Here I am. Return after me. Once again. Return after me. Top of the world. Return after me. Watch my phone. You know that I give it. Here I go. So I'm back up in my game.
Sounds good. I got my main studio microphone and I'm ready to go. We're back here. It is, I'm going to start doing this every stream. It is Thursday. What is it? May 30th. And we're getting into another episode of Degen Fantasy. I am joined here by the one and only betting icon, betting mastermind with blue headphones and a beautiful flag behind him. This is Double Down Dan with your boy Rocky Prot, Rookie Bet, Chef Rocky, and we are live on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, hopefully. Right, Dan? TikTok?
TikTok? Yep, TikTok.
TikTok. Shout out TikTok. Any TikTok questions, wherever you go, what's up, bro? Any TikTok questions, you're more than welcome to throw them out. And we're here today giving out picks for tonight's slate of the NBA and NHL playoffs. But further than that, we're talking also about how the NBA is not happy with what's going on with the product they're putting out on the floor, literally, and that is the NBA playoffs. And the Eastern Conference Final was 3-0 Celtics over the Pacers. That's not a good look for the league. And on top of that, you almost had another sweep in the Western Conference with the Timberwolves possibly getting swept. They did win Game 4, and we're looking down the barrel at Game 5. And oddly enough, correlating into that one, for some reason, the Timberwolves are favored by such a heavy margin, which we're going to have to discuss why too, of this is not the exact ticket I saw. Yeah, this +5 for the Dallas Mavericks. And I mean, when you're betting money, you got to kind of lean towards the Mavericks winning tonight, on top of the fact they've played so well. They've won 3 games. So that's kind of where we're shaking out to. Dan, what do you think so far?
I think Lively's back tonight. I think, like we talked about earlier, this series has been pretty razor tight. I think we like to look at how the Mavs are up 3-1 right now, and we don't really realize that they've collectively won by 20 points, but 2 of those games were by less than 5. So we do have to kind of we have to kind of hone in. Aggression is real. Ref assignments from the NBA, if you know what I mean, are going to be favoring the Timberwolves tonight. And for that reason, I do have a ticket on them. Overall, I have a ticket. Hey, they proved to me they can win finally. Thank Christ. Now I know that Adam Silver made a call to Scott Foster, I would assume, and he'll be reffing the game tonight. I'm almost positive Scott Foster's reffing this game tonight. Home teams win 70% of the time when he refs. We're going to run with the Timberwolves tonight. We do have a little sneaky link ticket on the Mavericks.
Sneaky link ticket?
Little sneaky link, baby. We got the Mavs and a nice little player prop as well added on top of that. Listen, Dallas could win this game. I thought Game 2 should have been the T-Wolves game, so maybe this is the makeup for the NBA. That's the only reason I can think that this line is -5. That is fucking crazy.
I'm not sure which way to lean other than for those lines kind of persuading me. Rodrigo Heat says Mavs going to get smoked badly. I mean, we talked about last game. I mean, for them to be favored so heavily, and they only won last game by 5 fucking points. You want to see way more out of them, resulting in they had a 21-point lead in Game 3. They could, and I talked about this with you as well. They steered Game 2, and they blew that lead. In Game 2, which the same notion of they were one Nas 3-pointer away from being tied, and this whole series being different. So you look at it and you're kind of like, damn, this is a spot where the Minnesota Timberwolves, regardless of how good they've been against the Nuggets and against whatever they played in the first round, this is kind of like just the whim of like bad circumstances. But at the same token, you win a game, you lose a game, whatever the case may be. Like you lost game 2 and then you went down 0-3. Bet heavily on the Timberwolves in game 3. Watched game 3 and was very disappointed. I just it's championship pedigree, and you have one of the best players in the world on the other side of the court, and Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, someone who's done it before and done it in ways that he won, like specifically handled the rock for a game-winning 3 to come back from down 3-1 with LeBron James in Cleveland. It's a tough spot. They're a team that's well versed in a situation like this, even though Luka hasn't really been on a run like this before. I don't know. It's hard to go against them.
Yeah, see. It is. You're right. You're really right. Because of how decisively they've won. Not they've won, but it seems like Minnesota, their game, like they're playing really good ball right now. The defensive side is just, oh my God, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Seems like they figured out something defensively last game that I really liked. We're able to keep Luka and Kyrie in check for most of it, but realistically, you just don't want the fucking role players to win. Like you don't want Lively and the role players fucking coming in and scoring 15, 20 points. Luka and Kyrie could score fucking 80. Most likely, you're going to score over 80. Like I don't think that's that big of a deal. And I think they brought the heat defensively last game. How much do they have left in the tank? That is my one fucking, because you're coming off of a 7-game series with Denver, who's not like a weak team. They like to shove, they like to hit, they like to fucking they screen real fucking hard usually. You got that fucking Serbian guy coming
so you called him a Serbian angel.
He is an angel. He is a fucking angel. Rodrigo, you'll get here, buddy. You'll get here. It's tough. I've been doing it. So I'm Italian, so it just kind of comes in the blood. I'm just hairy everywhere besides my head. Anyways, back to the point. How much and let's talk about this, because I think we could both agree from watching these games, Luka's got a little issue going on with his leg, correct? Like, are we locked in on that together? So what, I mean, like there are times when he's walking down the court and he looks a little hobbled, and I think he's actually fucking hobbled a little bit. So what does that fucking mean? What happens with that? Like, because if that fucking shit gets tight, you can't, if you're up 3-1, right? And he's got a tight hamstring and you're worried about the rest of the playoffs, you got to sit him. You're up 3-1. It doesn't matter. Like, you lose the game, you just go back to Dallas, close it out game 6. I'm just saying, like, I don't think the Timmies are dead. Like, I don't. I'm not ready to write them off just yet. I think we might see a game 7. I don't expect them to win, but there is like a little fucking, you know how upset I was last stream. You know how fucking dejected I was.
Yep.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying how I feel at this very moment. There's a reason this line is -5. And I think that the NBA made the phone call. It's coming. It's all Timmy's tonight. They're going to fucking win. And that's it. It'll be 3-2. We'll see what happens in game 6. We'll see what happens with that leg. We'll see what happens with everything else. All I know is Cat's got to come out shooting, and fucking Naz Reid's got to come out fucking hoping. And we got to get this to game 7 at least. Give me a fucking chance, man. Give me a fucking chance.
I just don't know if they can do it against this kind of team. And Rodrigo Heat says, if the T-Wolves make game 7 and win, I'll sell my liver.
All right, I get that. You know what, Rodrigo? This is recorded, so you're fucked. I'm just going to tell you.
So when we come for your liver, a la rerouting.
I want that liver. I'm taking that liver. I'm just saying.
Dan's going to be like, hey, DraftKings, I got one liver on the Timberwolves to win the championship.
One liver.
And it's not mine.
Yeah, it's not. Well, it's spoken for, though.
Seeing as it's 6:18, I know we usually run around the league and then figure out and then talk about what we're betting on. If you guys want to place picks, I'm going to show you the props of this game that we have for tonight. We have Double Down Dan, Naz Reid over 1.5 3-pointers made. Dan, what is the thought process behind this pick?
Easy, actually. Naz Reid at home shoots over 50% from three. During these playoffs, he's at home during these playoffs, he shoots over 50% from three. I'll take that any day of the fucking week. I think he hits at least two. I mean, if you think the Timmies are gonna win,
he has to be involved.
He has to hit at least 2 threes. Absolutely.
Okay, I like that. I co-sign and I tailed as well. And then also in this game, my pick, Derek Lively over 15.5 points, rebounds, and assists, has been killing this line and has been an integral part of this offense. And it's odd because, having a rookie player come in and not be either a star running the whole show or a bum, he's kind of fit in that Jaime Jaquez kind of role where he's just a beautiful complement to the team. And he does it on every side of the ball where he can. He's getting offensive rebounds. He's getting defensive rebounds. He's moving the ball, and, he can put the ball in the basket as well. So, yeah, 15.5 has been something that he's cleared many times. Last game, he was a little banged up, left early. I forget what the injury was.
I think so, yeah. I don't know, but he's back. I believe he took 2 games off, so he's back.
Yeah, no, he'll be great tonight, and it'll be a good piece for them. And if Luka is laboring any more than we've seen him, then expect Derek Lively to be fully involved, even more so than he has been. And I'm hoping he does well because I actually pulled a Derek Lively rookie card out of 25, and I sent that to PSA. So I'm looking to flip that for a nice, pretty ticket.
All right, so let me ask you a question. You got Derek Lively. He's a good he's a good rim runner. He goes from rim to rim. He's really good. He rolls off the fucking screen and shit like that. If you have Rudy Gobert and you have Karl Anthony Towns, why is he always open? Why is he always open for? I mean, they just lob it to him. It's like Lob City.
The thing about what's changed in this defense and offense as well is that when the Timberwolves play small, they've been matching up better against the Mavericks. So when you have Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns out together, the reason why he can get lobs and open threes is because they're trying to cover so much ground and they're stretching the floor, being able to pull out either one of Rudy or Cat. And so when you have backdoor screens, you get awful coaching out here, the TikToker to come and scream about how they don't press up and they don't play tightly as much as they should because of their lateral movement of 2 giant bigs. We talked about it when you have a big player, the lateral movement is tough for them to cover ground. So if you get them out of the paint at all, it leaves open threes. But that's why playing small, they're able to cover more cohersively spread area, including a player like Derek Lively. It's going small is kind of the option, but I'm not sure why. Actually, I'm sure why I just said it. Derek Lively is able to get buckets because Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert, being as oversized as they are, makes it harder defensively. Derek Lively's fast as fuck, boy.
He is, dude. He fucking moves.
Looking like Tyrese Maxey.
Dude, he's just way more fluid than both of those other big men on the other side. And it is really cool to see him. I mean, I thought they missed him. The last 2 games, I really did think that they fucking missed him. He was an integral part of that offense. And he really does stretch the fucking floor, man. He provides a lot of spacing. You got to respect this guy because he's quick, because he gets the rebounds.
How do you think the teams financially did this season?
Overall? We'll get back to that.
What does that mean?
No idea. I
reiterate that and ask that one more time. God, sorry.
Okay, so back to the fucking point. Fuck. Anyways, Derek Lively, with fucking Rudy Gobert, and this is my biggest fucking thing with him. I know he's well respected. I know that he's I know he's a defensive player of the year and all this bullshit, but you can't fucking have him on the court. In tight playoff games. There are certain teams that you can't have him on the court. So why are you paying him all that fucking money? I just don't understand. You built this team to beat Denver. There's 31 other teams in the fucking league. You can't just build for one. It's the same thing that I think, and I'll always equate it to something that I love because I'm fucking selfish, but it's the same thing with Buffalo. The Bills. Buffalo Bills built their team to beat the Chiefs and then didn't realize that the rest of the fucking league was going to be fucking good on top of it. So, you can't just plan for one fucking team. You're not going to play Denver in the fucking finals, the actual finals. You're going to have to play another fucking team. I think fucking Dallas matches up way better with Boston than fucking Minnesota does at this point, dude.
I agree.
How's Boston going to stop either one of those motherfuckers?
I don't know. I thought there was a good matchup for the Nuggets and the T-Wolves. I was like, T-Wolves are a good team to be able to stop Jokic. I don't know. It's weird because the Timberwolves were on such a hot side. Like, I was taking them to beat everyone. I was like, okay, I guess maybe I got caught up in the hype. But you're seeing the kinks in their armor and also the wear and tear of a long playoff run they're starting to experience. So at the same token, who's really made to beat the Celtics, and the Celtics walked their way to the finals. They beat the Pacers, they beat Cleveland, and then they beat some other early fuck around first round team. I think the Celtics just walked their way to the finals. So they're healthy, they're prepped, but also they haven't seen an actual like competitive game at all.
Yeah, they've kind of walked through. They've kind of walked through the playoffs.
Yeah. So Caleb says, "Do you think the NBA did good fixing their teams this season?" I meant.
Yeah. No, I think you'll see a lot of fixing tonight. Let me just say that. I think listen. This league is notorious for being one of the most shady leagues that you can fucking have professionally. Like when fucking the guy before Adam Silver, I forget his fucking name, but like he was periodically known as like a big giant corrupt piece of shit, and fixed like the draft for the Knicks to get Ewing and shit like that. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I think that the NBA is the most compromised league. I really do.
It is.
Like, I mean, like you can, if one team shoots from the free throw line fucking 35 times and the other team shoots from the free throw line 9 times, like, hey, shut up. The other team shoots from the free throw line like 9 times, like it's gonna be a hard fucking game to win. So I think, yeah, they're real good about extending series. Are they pissed off that the Eastern Conference Finals went 4 games? I would be. Dude,
That's what I wanted to talk on.
You know how much fucking money they get commercially from the different tiers of series? Like first round series, you get a certain amount. Second round, you get a bigger amount. Finals, like conference finals, you get a lot fucking more money just based off of selling ads.
It's
like that's it.
And at the same token, there's 2 other sides of it as well. As like a 7-game series is 7 more fucking home games for either team, and that's more financial revenue coming in, more fans coming in, buying food, selling jerseys. It's good for those teams individually. A 7-game series is more TV spots, more people viewing, more money. But also, the NBA and the NFL and the NHL aren't listed as sporting corporations or some shit. What the fuck it would be? They're all listed under entertainment. So you want to put a good product on the floor, ice, field, whatever the case may be. And if the NBA Finals was 4-0, no one would be happy. The Eastern Conference Final is 4-0. Everyone's always ragging on the Eastern Conference in general, saying, oh, the East is weak, which is fucking annoying. Because everybody always... It's true, but it's fucking annoying in the fact that... When's the last time the East had a first-round draft pick that panned out to be something good? The only... They could have had...
I feel like there's been a ton of first-round... I see your point. The main point, though, is like... It's just lopsided when it comes to star power. I think that's what they all fucking mean. The East just lacks star power, but the East has a lot of good fucking like Paulo Banchero's coming up in Orlando, who's like a phenomenal fucking
Dame,
player.
Giannis, Embiid.
You got talent.
Tatum.
In the East. Exactly, but it's just like it's younger talent, so it's working its way up. The West is just fucking loaded. I mean, every team has a fucking
KD, LeBron, Steph, Russ, Kawhi, James Harden, John Morant. Fucking, it is loaded out in the West.
It is. It's fucking loaded. So it's hard to compete with that. But I do want to say this. I think the story, if you are going to say that there is a script in the NBA, listen, the Olympics are coming up, and Ant Edwards is the face of USA basketball right now.
True.
I don't know, for the story. I mean, maybe they don't win game 7 or whatever the fuck, but like, I think you want to get him there. Like, I think you want him, if you're the NBA, I think that you want him to get to a certain level. Ant is the closest thing that we've had to MJ since like prime Derrick Rose. Like, I'm just telling you that off the rip. Like, this dude is a gamer at all fucking assets. Dude, he is fucking locked in on defense. He's locked in on the offensive floor. Like, he could shoot 1 for fucking 22 in the fucking in the first half and come out and score 40 fucking points in the second. Like, the kid is dynamic. I want him going to game 7. I especially after losing all that fucking revenue money from fucking Boston, Indiana. Just saying.
They could push it 7, but that's the one thing I said too, is that you can probably fix an NBA game, but you know how difficult it would be to fix 4 consecutively straight outside of like seeing an injury or something. But then Rodrigo says he asks this question: Anthony Edwards or Jason Tatum?
That's tough, but I would probably take Edwards. Just purely based off of age. I think Tatum's a little bit older. And I like the upside of Ant Edwards. I don't know how much better Jason Tatum's going to get. I think he's pretty fucking good. I think he's pretty locked in. I do. And again, we talked about this earlier, but I want to throw something at you because I have a different perspective on this. I think Jason Tatum's fantastic. Like, he's definitely a superstar in the league. I just think Ant Edwards' ceiling is higher. That's in my opinion. So I'd take Ant.
I'd lean Tatum just because of the age. You took Edwards because of the age. I'm taking Tatum because of the age. He's what? Tatum's in what? Like we talked about Luka, right? Luka, we're like, hey, when you get into like year 6, that's when you start like really winning and really having to prove yourself. LeBron, Steph, all these players did that. So in correlation to when you're talking Jason Tatum, I kind of like where he is right now a little bit more than Anthony Edwards being in year 6. Because if Anthony Edwards goes home this year and the fucking at the end of the Eastern Conference final, Western Conference final, he's gonna be like, I had a good season. Yeah. Tatum, if he does not win a ring, is like, this season fucking sucked. And you kind of need that kind of mentality in correlation to like when you're having a player. I just think right now, I think Anthony Edwards has more bounce. I think that he can get to the hole a little bit smoother and with more aggression. I think Tatum can shoot better. I think Tatum's seen more, even though he's in the Eastern Conference. And he's also been to an NBA championship. Has not won, but he's also been to an NBA finals, maybe twice. I think just once, actually. I would take Tatum in that situation. And then he also says, do you think Boston wins the championship?
I think that you and I got wrapped up in Minnesota like fever after they beat Denver. Because we both thought Denver was the best team in the NBA.
They looked like it though.
Honestly, I really thought if we would have saw that same team come into this series with the Mavs, I think it would be a different series. But yeah, I think Boston could win because they do have defensive like skill. They're just really poorly coached. And unfortunately, like when coaching matters in the finals, like in the fucking finals, the NBA finals, coaching fucking matters.
Dude, they have Eric Spoelstra. They're a better team.
I mean, I think they're like 150% better. I think Mazzulla is a piece of trash. Like, he's a horrible fucking coach. And on the other side, if the Mavs actually get through, Jason Kidd's been fucking dynamic, man. His staff has got to be on it, or he's just a good fucking coach, which is both are possible. But like, they really have come into their own. And I think everyone, and we talked about this last stream, I think everyone's going to be on the Mavs. So I do lean Boston. Like, I think Boston could win it. And that actually, like, it's a perfect segue. Let's talk about this real quick. Because, like, a couple weeks ago, you pulled up a Colin Cowherd, like TikTok. a little TikTok from him saying, like, Boston doesn't have any superstars. So I did want to, like, look at Tatum's fucking, like, playoff stats and just, like, kind of walk you through, like, his playoff. I have the stats right here. Okay. And kind of walk you through just his playoff record in general and like how many conference finals he's been to, how many NBA finals he's been to. But like, I'm going to give you one stat real quick. And I just want you to kind of fucking tell me how you feel about it. But this is off of StatMuse. So one of the best sites ever, by the way. You can type fucking anything in there. Give me your best, let's call it. All right. Give me, how many points per game do you think he scored in the NBA playoffs?
How many points per game, like average?
Yeah, just average.
26 and a half.
All right, so here's his line. You're a little bit over on the line, but he's 24,
Okay.
8, and 5 in the
Okay.
playoffs. That's over 108 games in the playoffs. So you didn't think that he had been in 108 playoff games, did you?
No. That's fucking
He's
insane.
young. He's young. Does this change? Does that stat line change your opinion about whether like that clip is accurate or
No.
not? At all. You still don't think Boston has
Because
fucking
I
stars?
think Colin Cowherd's hurt. It wasn't about having stars. It's like about having. He was saying that Boston doesn't have. Well, I'm trying to. I wish I had the fuck. Do I still have the clip?
Yeah, you do. You should.
No, I don't, because I delete them as more come in. He wasn't saying that they're not great players. He was just saying, what the fuck was he? He was saying something about like they're great players, but they're not winning players. Like they're not like superstars because they don't win. Like out of those 108 playoff games, what's their record? Do you know?
I don't know, but I don't know, but I could definitely find it. I can definitely find it. But I do just want to spit you this. He has been to the conference finals 17, 19, 21, 22,
Mm-hmm.
23.
Also, the East sucks, and also the Heat and the Celtics are the only two teams to come into the Eastern Conference Final and or in the championship for the last 15 years.
Wait. Embiid is in the East. Philadelphia has had some good teams. Brooklyn had the three-headed monster for a little while. I don't think that he has lacked the competition, but I do think there is a strong case for him to be a fucking superstar. 24 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists average in 31 games in the conference finals.
I hear you, but my token is Embiid's never healthy. Okay, when the 2 years that they had the James Harden, Kevin Durant, fucking Kyrie Irving experiment, I don't even think that they knocked them out, which they did not. I think it was either Knicks, Sixers, or Bucks, and one of those three teams did it. They play against Miami, and they either destroy them or lose in 7. And then who else really do they face? Like, just look at this playoff run. It's been who'd they play first round? The fucking Hawks, Bulls. Who was it? Exactly. My point there. And then they play the Heat without Jimmy Butler. Fucking ridiculous. I think that's who they played first round. It was Heat, Cavs, Pacers. Cavs was actually a better matchup than the Pacers. They walk right through the fucking Pacers. I just don't. And it's not a shot either. They're just a victim of circumstance. I don't think that they've really played like a good team other than Miami when they're good, or fucking whoever when they play Denver in the finals, or Golden State in the finals.
Okay, let me ask you a question then. And this is just a fucking real quick question. Do you consider Jimmy Butler a superstar?
No. But this is the thing. I consider Jimmy Butler a superstar in my book. Like when I look at my team, I'm like, there's our best player. But he's not a superstar in the league because you can't plop him on any team and let him fucking and have him be the same player. Because like if you plop Jimmy Butler on the Bucks, Giannis is the superstar of the team. If you pop Jimmy Butler on the Sixers like he was, and with Embiid and Simmons, Jimmy Butler was just like a nice piece for them. They looked at him like Tobias Harris. Jimmy Butler on the Miami Heat is a superstar because they say to themselves, this is our guy. This is our best player, and this is who we're going to prioritize. We're going to run the offense through him, play how he wants to play, shit like that. To be a superstar, you have to have a team like that's built like that around you. So, for example, Milwaukee, Giannis is a superstar because that is their best player and that is their market, their face. That's who they run the offense through. Tatum and Jaylen Brown they're always in fucking trade discussions. They're like, should we keep Tatum? Should we keep Brown? They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Steph Curry, superstar player.
Okay, so
okay, go ahead.
Actually, perfect. Actually, this is fucking perfect because this is the player that I actually brought up. All right, so I'm going to give you 3 records. Okay. I'm not going to tell you what players they are. You're going to assign them. Is it Jimmy Butler? Is it Jason Tatum? or is it Giannis?
Wait. You're gonna give me records?
I'm going to give you records in the playoffs. That's all I'm going to do. Records in the playoffs, okay? I'm going to give you 3 records, and it's going to be one of those 3 players. Tatum, Butler, fucking Giannis, okay?
Okay.
All right, your first record is 59-60. Who's that?
You're not gonna rattle all of them off first?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. 59-60 is your first. 43-36 is your second. And 64-44 is your third.
64-44 is my third. All right, so the third one's Tatum.
Okay.
All right, and then what was the first one?
First one's 59-60.
And what was the second one?
43-36.
59-60. First one's Jimmy. Second one's Giannis. Third one's Tatum.
So 59-60. Jimmy. Giannis is 43-36.
Yep.
Tatum 64-44.
Yeah.
Correct. You got it all right. What I'm saying is, if you consider Giannis a superstar, then I think you have to start considering that Jason Tatum is also a superstar.
I'm sorry. You wanted to stump me to be like, so you don't think Jason Tatum's a superstar? But the only reason why I knew Tatum, you helped me with that though, because you said 60. No. You said 64-44, and I had 108. So like that's Tatum. I said Jimmy's he's been in the league longer, so he has more playoff experience. Then Giannis has a championship run.
I'm just saying, like, at what point the guy's made 5 conference finals? Like, he's fucking like 26. Like, at what point is he not? I don't know. I just don't understand it. Like, I get maybe Rangers.
We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. But at what point do we give him his fucking flowers? Like, he's a superstar. I don't care what anyone says. You averaged 25 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists in the NBA Finals. Like, you're a superstar.
Let me ask you a question, and then we'll go to the Rangers. Let me ask you a question. Okay. See, now it's usually like, oh, who would you rather have? This player, and then everyone goes, oh, this player. All right, here's a different scenario. Yeah. Game 7 on the line. You can put one player on your team. Would you rather have Giannis Antetokounmpo or Jason Tatum?
Giannis, probably.
Would you rather have Jimmy Butler or Jason Tatum?
That's a toss-up.
I'll give you that.
That's a toss-up.
I'm a homer, so you know what I'd say.
That's 50.
Would you rather have Jason Tatum or Luka Doncic?
Luka, yeah.
Would you rather have Jason Tatum or Anthony Edwards?
Yeah.
Would you rather have Jason Tatum or Joel Embiid?
Tatum.
Would you rather have Jason Tatum or LeBron James?
Tatum.
Would you rather have Jason Tatum or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander?
Another toss-up. Probably Tatum. I would lean more Tatum.
All right, let me do one more. Would you rather have Jason Tatum or Nikola Jokic?
Well, that's dumb. Jokic. But that besides the point. Out of the 8 that you just named, I think those are all superstars. Yeah. I think Jimmy Butler's a superstar. I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
I agree. I just didn't think anybody would coincide with it.
No. He's a fucking superstar. He literally brought that fucking team to conference finals. Like, he shouldn't have fucking been there. He shouldn't have been in the NBA finals at all. I think he's a superstar. I think on the right team, Jimmy Butler could be the second best player on a championship contender team. I really do. I think there's a lot of players like that. I would put Tatum and him on like a similar level, but I also don't think that there's 20 better players than Jason Tatum in the league. I just don't.
I agree. Do you think Tatum's just soft?
I think he's got a fucking okay.
He's soft.
Wait. I think he is considered soft, but I do think he's toughened up since he got in the fucking league.
I think he's soft as fuck. I think he's soft as fucking Charmin.
You don't think that he's gotten tougher? No. Like in I think he handles.
I don't think there's no fucking dog in this dude. Like, he's like, oh, I'll get a bucket. Oh, my ankle. Oh, we just shouldn't have a good game tonight. Oh, even him in commercials, they're like, hey, Tatum, what do you think of Gillette fucking shaving fucking cream? And he's like, oh, I like the Gillette shaving cream. Like, he's just soft. No, but then you gotta listen to him. And like every time he's talking, he's like, "Oh
What
yeah."
the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Because he just
back to the
fucking
point.
soft as shit.
Okay, he's soft, but not every superstar is a hard motherfucker, dude.
No, you saw no. You want to think of someone who probably you wouldn't think it as hard as in like one of the only good Caucasians in the league, Luka Doncic, steps back on Rudy Gobert, fucking splat. And what's he do? He's like, you can't guard me, motherfucker. I'm him. Tatum would have been like,
Shut the fuck. Listen.
no, I'm dead serious, bro. I'm dead serious.
They play different ways, but Luka's literally like half the fucking game. What are we talking about? Like, yeah, he's soft too. They're fucking soft.
No,
like,
but he
it's a
don't
different
have
generation.
no fucking dog in him, bro.
This ain't the fucking 90s anymore. You can't elbow someone in the goddamn eye, and they got to keep playing through
If
it.
Jason Tatum lost his shooting ability, he'd be Ben Simmons.
Oh, what the fuck? Everyone would be Ben Simmons if they can't shoot. Like, that's a fucking bullshit ass line. He wouldn't
That's
be
a good
Ben
point.
fucking. Yeah, exactly. You and me are Ben Simmons if we can't shoot. I'm a better shooter than Ben Simmons. I will fucking challenge him at any point in time. And you and I, hey, listen, I know you can co-sign that. You saw me splash many, many shots.
Oh yeah. Dan splashes shots. That's something that I've seen with my own two eyes. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I have seen them. All right, before we get too tied up, Rangers Panthers tonight. We got about 25 minutes. If you guys want to place in some bets on these, and here are our props of the night. Vinny Trocheck over 2.5 shots on goal. Fucking dude, last year in the playoffs was kind of like not visible, not around, and it was kind of like the Zibanejad show. Excuse me, and. Yeah, and Mika has been in a weird slump. He did have 6 shots on goals last game, but like he just hasn't really been a factor in this series at all. I don't know why. I don't know if he's laboring injury, if they just match up well against him. Vinny Trocheck fucking went bar down ski like I've never seen before, down to one knee. Fucking Bobrovsky didn't even see. All I heard was the fucking right behind his ear. Absolute disgusting fucking one-timer fucking bar down shot. And he's been playing great, been a huge factor. I'm taking him for over 2.5. He's going to keep rolling with the momentum. And then Gustav Forsling, beautiful fucking name, over 1.5. Consistently, he's been hitting this line. Every time I took it, he hit. He has not missed, and he is a defenseman that just from the point on net, from the point on net, from the point on net. And the Rangers are not blocking a lot of shots. So look for Gustav to continue to do that. In correlation to that, with game 2, we talked about early on how we liked Florida a lot. Even though we've been tailing the Rangers, we want the Rangers. We've been kind of like, oh, I think the Rangers can do it. But those first 2 games, regardless of who won, we're like, damn, Florida looks really good.
Yep.
Then you go to Florida for game 3, and I heard the announcers talking. They're like, yeah, Florida is 1-4 at home over the last 2 fucking series. And I'm like, really? They lose game 3 at home, right? And then they won last game. They lose game 3 at home in overtime. So Rangers won game 2 in overtime and game 3 in overtime. So basically, this series technically could be over right now. I think the Rangers looked better in game 4 until Florida stole one. I think game 1, Florida looked fantastic. Do you agree?
Yeah.
I think game 2, Florida looked good, and the Rangers got a nice lucky shot on net.
Yeah.
I think game 3, they kind of looked evenly matched. And it just ended up going the Rangers' way. What do you think? Florida was the better team?
Yeah, I do. I really do. I think Florida's been the better team in most of the fucking games. 3 out of 4.
Everyone's disagree with me. Every time I say I think Florida's been the better team. I think Igor Shesterkin has just kept them in the series.
Dude, he is a fucking menace, dude.
Yeah.
He's a fucking dude. I can't fucking tell you how good that fucking dude. He's ridiculous, man.
Mm-hmm.
Shesterkin is like, they should pay him all the money in the fucking world.
I don't see why not. If there was a franchise tag in hockey, you got to give it to him.
Yeah, absolutely. This is like, I really think that the Panthers should be up 3-1 right now.
I think realistically the series could be over if Shesterkin was in that. If Shesterkin got hurt and you had a backup in,
oh, they'd be fucked.
And they had a goaltending tandem in New York that was Shesterkin and Georgiev, which was fucking disgusting. They were gross, and I think they kind of split them because Georgiev was like a starter caliber type player, and I think that he just wanted to go get starting minutes. But it was a great tandem, and Shesterkin is someone who is very like as all goalies do. He can get very in his head and it affects his game. When he's hot like this,
Yeah,
I don't think there's really a way of turning it. So it's gonna have to be a fucking beautiful masterpiece of a Rangers offense to be able to like not win this game. Because on the flip side, Bobrovsky, it kind of looks the opposite. He looks like how I feel Shesterkin gets sometimes as a goalie as well, where when he's locked in, Bobrovsky's one of the best goalies in the league. He doesn't seem to be as confident for some reason. And Lafreniere had a nice goal. He's been playing well. He was teetering on the line from being like a bust as a first-round draft pick, and he's a grittier first-round draft pick in my opinion, that he's actually been able to contribute to this team. I don't know. It feels like the Rangers don't really have much of an identity, but when Shesterkin's playing, that's you kind of remember what his identity is. What the Rangers' identity is, like defense, goaltending, and just grinding out forwards that'll like steal you a game and get you goals. I think Florida is just cohesively a better team though, but it easily can be 3-1 right now. If Florida didn't score early in OT, I was worried. I was like, damn, this could get bad for Florida if they do not this. Like, you go into a game down 2-1 in a series and it's one shot away from being 3-1 or 2-2. That's so much pressure. They had a beautiful tic-tac goal from the point down to the corner and then fed it right to the slot. And Sam Bennett actually scored that one in OT to actually make this a series. It could have been the same. We talked about the Mavericks and the Timberwolves. Nas Reed hitting that fucking 3 or missing it in game 2. That would have been a 1-1 series. Went down 2-0, and it just spiraled from there. If Sam Bennett doesn't score last night and the Rangers, for some reason, sneak another goal in an overtime game, it's a 3-1 series. Everyone's like, whoa, what the fuck is happening?
How the fuck did that happen? Yeah, you know what? I tend to agree here. But here's my thing, and this is what kind of leads me to lean Rangers. I think Florida's been the better team in most of these games, if not all of them. And it's 2-2. That's not great. I'm going to be real fucking honest with you. It ain't fucking that good. And they were fucking inches away from being down 3-1. Like, they got fucking real lucky with that 3-1. So, with that goal in overtime. I don't know, man. This is the Rangers team that I expected to see. Rempe came back. It does seem like it juiced up the boys a little bit, and they're fucking rolling, dude. Like, there is a difference, though, when you feel like Florida's so aggressive and they're so fucking nasty up front and in the back. Like, they're fucking wild, man. But they'll hit you, and I just feel like even if Rempe's really getting his ass whooped the whole game, like, he's got the energy. At least. Yep. He's got the energy.
Terrible hockey player.
Worst hockey player I've ever seen in my life.
But
like literally Happy Gilmore. Like that's what he is. But he can score a little bit. He's got he can score like one or two goals.
Open that rebound. Yeah,
he'll get there. And you know what? If he gives you the juice, you got to start him. I mean, there's a reason why goons were fucking employed in this league for years and years and years and years and years. There's a difference, dude. You got a good player like Zibanejad desperately needs a dude to fucking be on his ass, like to protect him because he is a pussy. Like,
he's kind of got Chris Kreider, but Chris Kreider don't really step in as much as he should.
Kreider's a fucking puss too. Listen. The Panthers are fucking they're far tougher than the fucking Rangers are. But if you don't have Rempe out there, you got no fucking place for them to like hurl their rage and anger at. Like, you need to distract them. You need to put a little gnat around them that's going to continuously just body check them into fucking boards. He finishes checks like a motherfucker, dude. So I think the Panthers might be in a little bit of trouble. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, they got to win tonight, in my opinion. And the one thing I'll say about that Shesterkin Bobrovsky like tandem, the only thing I'm kind of noticing is that when these games, even though that Florida did steal one, it was just a great shot, and Shesterkin had no chance to get that one. Even though Shesterkin let win in an OT last game, the later it goes, you kind of start to think that young legs prevail, as in Bobrovsky's. Hold on, let me figure it out. How old is Sergei Bobrovsky?
He's 467.
35 years old. How old is Igor Shesterkin? 28 years old.
In the prime. He's
in his prime. It's a 7-year difference.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, do you know what the hardest thing in hockey is for a goalie? It's up downs. So you know how they go to the butterfly and they stand back up? We used to do drills in high school that literally all you would do is curl around the top of the dot and shoot, and then everybody on our team would go. All it does for our goalies is down, up, down, up. It's fucking exhausting. It's like them doing back skates, like fucking suicides. It's tough.
Especially with the pads, dude. Those pads got
Dude, the younger legs prevailing a little bit. Shesterkin looks like he's a little bit more juice, and he has the confidence. I wouldn't be surprised if the Rangers win tonight. Also wouldn't be surprised if the Timberwolves win tonight. We looked at that line for Dallas. Not Timberwolves. I think Dallas can win tonight. We looked at the line for Dallas. I mean, fucking minus fucking 5.5. What was it? They're +5, -5 for Minnesota, +5. And then also, Florida is the favorite tonight. You can pair +1.5 for the Rangers and then +5 for Dallas and just smoke it if that's how it goes. At the same time, sports betting, you never really know what's going to happen, but odds payable wise, it's a good spot.
Yeah, it is. I think I would be rather shocked if Dallas doesn't close it out tonight. I think. So we'll see. We'll see.
Well, we have some tickets, so hopefully they don't. Dan and I have money on the fucking Timberwolves. The funny thing is, Kevin thought we have money on the Timberwolves to win the championship because we were just riding really too high.
We were riding high, baby. We were riding high.
Dan hits me right after the Denver series. He's like, dude, throw 250 on the T-Wolves to win the championship. And that's my fucking that's my trainer here. So I was like, aye, Captain, I got you.
I got wrapped up. I got swept.
He got wrapped up. I got wrapped up. And then my older brother, who like is getting into sports betting and getting into sports, but doesn't really know much. The fucking Timberwolves are down 2-0, and Kev's like, "We're done. That's it." And I'm like, "No, it's just a game." And then they lose. They go down 3-0, and I go, "Oh, we're done." And Kevin goes, "No, it's just a game, right?" And I'm like, "No, that was the game." Like, that what? And I'm like, "No, Kevin, don't get it twisted. There's another game after this, but that was the fucking game."
We needed that game, yeah, we needed that.
Damn, and I doubled down so fat.
You did
on game 3.
You doubled. You almost goddamn near triple down on fucking game 3. You went wild.
Because I was like, we need it, and they're not losing. And then they come out and they're like, oh, and it's like, we're just a little tired, honestly. Like, I don't know, just like my legs. Like, fucking asshole. What is this one? Yeah, we talked about it.
You're yelling
sorry.
at fucking overlays.
Yeah, we talked about it. Not good for the NBA. And the one thing we were leaning on is the topping point of this overlay is, do you think they would actually push for the Timberwolves to come back and win this series? Because we talked about all the announcers saying no team has ever come back from down 0-3. If the Timberwolves were to do it and there was a 4-0 sweep in the East, would people be as upset? Maybe not.
I just think this is the perfect spot if you got a script to pull it out, because you need this is a bad look for the fucking
it's a terrible fucking look. But let me ask you a question. Say if they somehow push it through, or if there's no fucking rigging of the NBA and the Timberwolves just managed to fucking do it, do you think the team that just had to rattle off 4 straight can go into the championship and beat Boston? Is it momentum? Is it playing playing their right game? Like,
listen, we saw teams take off after a sweep and come out and lay an egg in game 1. And if you take game 1 on Boston's floor, which it would be in Boston, maybe you got a shot, man. You just got to take one. If you could take one at home, you got a shot to win the series. I think either of these two teams, Dallas and Minnesota, I think they could beat Boston. I also do think vice versa. Boston could beat both of them. I think it'll be a great fucking finals. I think it's going to be really fucking good. Maybe the league just wants to get there. But like I said before, like, you want Ant to fucking to be a star. Like, you need him for American basketball, because there's like, dude, all the American stars are fucking old, man.
It's all Euro players: Wembanyama, Jokic, Doncic, Embiid.
We barely have any fucking young
Giannis.
That's what I'm saying. We barely have any young American superstars coming up.
Bad.
So this is what you need, man. And Ant's that dude. So maybe he could fucking pull it off. I really highly doubt it.
What a phenomenal point. I never thought about that.
I think that Ant can – I think that the NBA can get them to game 6. And that is like maybe where you leave it. I think that's the plan.
This is what I would say. I would say that if Dallas were to lose tonight,
Yeah.
I would drop an unbelievable amount of money on Dallas to win Game 6. In Dallas.
Okay, I start getting ideas if the Timmies win tonight. I'm gonna start getting some ideas.
Yeah, well, let me tell you one thing. I will not be taking any more of your ideas for a little bit.
Shut the fuck up. Anyways, back to the fucking point. I've been fucking money on almost everything.
You have. Just not
one
Timberwolves.
fucking time. All right.
Just your biggest bet, Rock. Just your biggest bet. It's all right.
I've given you some screamers. Let's just put it that way.
There
okay?
were some screamers. Yeah.
Anyways, back to the fucking point. They win tonight, I start getting ideas. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. They win tonight, I'm going to have some ideas.
Your idea is going to be to bet on the Timberwolves, Dan?
No. I'm just going to have ideas about my ticket actually not being dead. That's my idea. Like, it's going to be not dead. And if they win Game 6, I don't know, man. I might start getting wild, dude. I might start fucking throwing cheddar around.
If
I don't know.
You'd have to double down. You'd have to hedge. You have to hedge.
Yes.
But the fucked up thing is, dude, is if they get to Game 7, I will be hedging. But at the same token, dude, I'm gonna be like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, but if they get to Game 7, it's at home. So Dallas is gonna be probably an underdog.
You know what? I'm realizing during this conversation, the fact that we're having this conversation means Dallas is gonna win tonight. We're like, if they get to Game 7,
we also have tickets that they win tonight, so I'm not worried about that as well.
I think these props, by the way, guys, if you want to go lock them in at 7 o'clock right now, lock them in for you can. Fucking Nas Reed over 1.5 threes at home, money. Trocheck, money. Fucking Derek Lively, 15 PRA, fucking money. And Gustav Forsling has been the fucking definition of money on these props.
Tell these Gustav is like
what?
Go back to Gustav. Let's look at him.
Look at that pretty face.
Like, is Hitler just smiling in his grave right now?
Why was I thinking the same thing? You fucking piece of shit.
At the sight of this young gentleman. Tell me Hitler isn't just excited to see this guy play hockey. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
What the fuck?
Kanye's his biggest fan. It's not a big deal. All right, let's go.
You might be Kanye's biggest fan, apparently. All right, last one. We're gonna wrap up the stream here soon. Edmonton and Dallas. Edmonton won 5-1 the other night. Crazy game. Kind of a blowout. McDavid had a wide open net, and Jake Ottinger dropped his stick, and the stick had no one holding it, and that just made a save for him. But regardless, 2-2 series. It's a best of 3 series now, and who has home ice advantage? Is it Dallas? It is Dallas, correct?
Yep.
I don't know. I'm leaning Dallas. Leaning Dallas.
Listen, 2 out of 3 games are in Dallas, so we can. I don't know, man. I wasn't too enthused with the last fucking outing for the Stars. I'm just gonna put it that way, man.
No, I know. I cannot have McDavid get a ring. That'll be the culmination of my fucking year. I hate this fucking idiot. I don't fucking like him and his fucking ginger beard. You stiff fuck. Everyone's like, oh my god, look at those crossovers.
You know what? I am off of the McDavid train after he ran just butt fuck the ever loving shit out of our fucking all-star fucking game. Bullshit.
Yeah, fuck McDavid.
Dude, fuck the NHL for listen, I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rampage real quick. Fuck you motherfuckers, dude. Nobody wanted to tell me beforehand that McDavid invented all of the competitions that you had.
And then won all of them.
And he was at a plus number in most of them, and we could have made some money, and nobody wanted to say anything. Fucking cocksuckers, dude.
By the way, there was a question in here. Someone said, is Jalen Brunson a superstar?
I think he's teetering. I think he's teetering on the edge. I would like to say 6 40-point games in the playoffs, you're damn near close to a superstar.
Yeah.
Superstar. He's got, I want to see it again with all of the fucking injuries not happening. Maybe the Knicks stay a little healthier next year. Thibodeau maybe doesn't play everybody 97 minutes a fucking game. But I want to see what he could do healthy with this whole team healthy. I think we re-sign OG, and I do think we get some sort of star. I think a star comes to New York, and I think we'll see the Knicks fucking take a leap next year. But I do think Brunson's right there, dude.
Yeah, I agree. Rodrigo, he says, I I lick countertops sometimes too.
All right. Okay.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Dope.
Okay.
I like it. Cool, bro.
And then Johnny said Rangers tonight. I'm going Rangers.
Yeah, I would lean Rangers too.
I'm taking Rangers tonight. I think we're pretty much done for the day. Guys, lock these in. Forsling, Derek Lively, all overs, points, rebounds, assists for Lively, shots on goal for Forsling and Trocheck, and then Naz Reid over 1.5 threes at home has been on fire. And that has been your telecast for today. Tune back in on Saturday if fucking the Timberwolves win tonight, Dan might be getting some ideas. So if you want to see those ideas, you can see those ideas. If they lose tonight, expect them to come on the show like this.
Okay, but just based off of fucking Rocky's face right there, that he's getting ideas too. You see the ideas flowing in his head right now?
No, but can I do an impression of you coming in to the show on Saturday if the Timberwolves lose? Okay. Don't make me laugh. Hold on. That's gonna be you, and I'm gonna be like, so Dan, Timberwolves lose game 5,
460 to 27,
and you're gonna be like, yeah, I don't know, Anthony Edwards. I thought the NBA was just gonna, push him.
Relax against the thumb. Actually gonna happen. Hold on. You know how it's actually gonna happen.
Yeah.
All you're gonna see is just swinging legs right here. That's it. Anyways, or you're gonna see me doing like my own open kidney surgery to fucking sell one.
Oh, that's a great time to be able to say, guys, if you want to use some, if you want to get some W energy, go to w.dg.gg and use promo code DGenBets. And it's the only thing keeping Dan off the stool, if you get what I'm saying. Just every day he gets up in the morning, clocks in at work, clocks out, clocks into DraftKings, and every time he takes a little rail of fucking W energy, these parlays are flowing, whether they're hitting or not, they're flowing, and it's all thanks to W. So use promo code DGenBets at w.gg to get your fair share of protein energy powder that you can just pour in a cup and stir.
You can also pour it in your nose with a straw because this shit is lit. We fucking run W. Rocky's actually taken to a new strategy with the W where he melts it on a spoon and then injects it directly into his rectum. It is awesome. This guy goes fucking crazy with that shit. W is the energy you want when you want to go on an all-night bender, okay? You're taking a little meth. You want to come off the meth. W's the shit that'll keep you good, okay?
Oh, my God. We're going to lose the sponsorship. I'm going to get a phone call on Thursday like, hey.
Did you say you're starting the...
Just going to be like, hey, what the fuck? I refinanced the mortgage on my home to start this fucking brand. You guys are talking about putting it in your asses. If you guys want 25% off, though, you can use promo code DGenBets. As well. TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. Everybody appreciate you. Discord is in the description and the fucking bio, which means if you come join, for everyone, it's 100% free all the time. We're throwing out fucking parlays, picks, pulling money together, all of it up, down, left, right, and in between. Come join the Degen Fantasy fucking Discord channel. We're also going to have a lot of fantasy people buzzing in there during fantasy season, and I cannot fucking wait for fantasy football and questions and who to start and who to sit and waivers and trades and all that good shit. So we will see you guys on Saturday, and we will be here this year, next year, and every year following. So appreciate you guys.
Christ. Way to fucking kill the ending there. All right, guys, take it easy. Listen, we got some fucking props up tonight. Make sure you play. We're getting back into the swing of things. Get in now with us. Get in the Discord. Get ready for football season. And let's make some cash tonight.
Okay, cool. All right, guys, later. I'm taking the show over. baby.